Okay, hi YouTube, hi Spotify, hi Anchor FM. Welcome back to me versus myself. Um, I'm just happy, man. I'm just very, very happy because one, you guys showed a lot of support on my last episode and on the first video podcast for YouTube, and like it's kind of overwhelmed. Not, it's just a very cool feeling to know that people like what I'm doing and people are supporting me, and and it's very cool to see the people that I care about and people I consider friends like support me like that, and it's just a very incredible and very like personal like feeling that's just like thank you. I would just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody that retweets, everybody that likes, everybody that reposts. Like it just means a lot, and it means so much that I'm able to just continue to do me, and like it just kind of gives me that comfort that like I know that like I'm doing something very good, and I know that I'm doing something that people are enjoying. So it's like two birds in one stone. I get to make the people that um people I consider friends. I make them proud, and they get to tell me that they're proud of me. So it's like a very cool feeling to know that people like what I'm doing. And the one thing that I think is that I need to get used to still is like the fact that before I recorded the episodes, I was just free to like fidget and free to like do everything, and even then, like I'm still kind of doing that. But like, for example, there's episodes where like I would just be like shirtless and like just be kicking it, and like nobody would trip, and not that anybody would trip now, but it's like I can't or shouldn't because I need to make it a little bit easier for you to watch 20 minutes of me sitting down, for example. But that being said, thank you so much for not. Just kidding. Man, yesterday. Okay, so yesterday I uploaded the video podcast and it got like 15 views, which is very very good for me. Like you guys are just showing support, and it makes me really happy. And it also like I got 18 views in the span of the 2 days that I had it uploaded, which is I think the highest like amount that I've got like in all of the podcasts. Like I've done higher views, but never like in the span of 2 days get that much. And it's very cool and it's very, very, very like sad, very, very fulfilling. Um, I've seen my girlfriend a lot this week. I've been happy about that. I've been driving my car. I've been very, very motivated. Like I said, like since Monday, like I started this whole mindset change where I kind of told myself that it was time to not like stop playing around and time to take action towards what I want to do in life. And I've just felt a lot happier and a lot more fulfilled because like I feel like I'm doing work for myself. Like I'm doing more things for me. And that's very good because it's like that's what I want. So it's like the more I do things that I want to do, the more things I do things for me, like the happier I become, or just the level of happiness is able to be sustained because I'm kind of just like it's passion and it's not like pressure. So yeah, man. Next Wednesday, I'm gonna go see Tame Impala live at the Forum, which is pretty exciting. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to jam out and just enjoy Tame Impala live for the first time. Not a lot is going on really as far as my world, except for like I said, just me kind of grinding and me well yeah grinding. Like I've been just very focused on working towards what I want, but like on an even like higher, like an even bigger step. Like work. I wanted to get back into working out again, And now it's 3 days in, where it's like I've worked out for 3 days again after like stopping for about a month. So it's like I've been doing it for 3 days straight, which is like gaining momentum, which is it kind of makes it harder for me to break that momentum, because it's like, well, if I've already done like 3 in a row or 4 in a row, 5 in a row, whatever it is, like for me to put it like, for me to like end it or like stop that streak, kind of in a sense, like I I think motivates me even more to just like not want to mess that up. And keeping myself accountable like is very beneficial for me to continue like improving myself and continuing building myself up. Sorry, I keep looking at the door because what happened? What? Okay, sorry. Yeah, they kept opening the door and I was confused whether the dogs opened it or it was somebody else. Cause yeah, my dog Luna, um, she opens the door and from time to time, like she'll just kind of just wander. And if we let her, like she'll run away. And if you chase her, she thinks you're playing around, so like she just runs even more. And I've been blessed with the opportunity to do that like 4 times maybe. Once recently, like about less than a month ago, I had to go chase her like up the block, and like I only caught her because she got distracted with some dogs, and like I was able to like corner her in a sense. But even then, like she just jukes me. She's like runs and runs and runs and runs, and it's like I can't give up. I mean, I could give up, but it's like that. Then I lose my dog. So not down, and it's just something that she does that's kind of like annoying sometimes. But you know, I love my puppies. You're gonna see something that I'm doing that I'm wearing. That's not the best look. I got Adidas socks with Nike shoes on. What has this world come to, huh? I'm gonna put this down. And yeah, like I said, everyone was just enjoying, like, and I could genuinely tell that everybody was like supporting me because like they wanted to, Like yeah, I asked for retweets and I asked for people to share it, but like people that like I hadn't really talked to, but like I kind of, because here's the thing, like there's people that I have like that I consider friends, but also like I don't talk to, and it's like I can go months probably without texting them, and like then when we talk, like it's like nothing's different. And like there's people that like I just know that like I didn't really know that they support, they mess with me in that in a certain that certain way. So it's just like everybody that subscribed to my YouTube channel yesterday. Shout out to you. You guys know who you are. I should have wrote down exactly who it was, but you know, I think what I'm doing next week. I mean next week. Well, Friday, really. Friday. What I want to do on Friday is a Q&A again, because the Q&A I think is very cool. Like the last one I did was very fun to do, and it was like one of the longer episodes on this podcast, but like it was very cool because like I just kind of gave some insight on like my life, because when I talk about myself and me versus myself and like my day-to-day kind of operations, like you know what's going on now, but there's a lot of me that you still don't like, that you don't know, in the sense that like there's not different sides to me, but there's just a lot of different, like, I guess a lot of different things that I can talk about. And there's just a lot of things that I'm interested in, and just there's just a lot of things that go on in my world that I feel like are very unique to me. that you don't really understand or that you don't really know because like one, I don't know how to explain it just like that, and then maybe you just don't. It's not like you can really ask me how or who I am outside of this. But you do get like a big part of me, which is kind of also very cool because you get like you get my thoughts in my head, but it's like there's still so much that happens in my physical world that doesn't necessarily happen like or that necessarily doesn't make its way into the podcast. And I'd like for um eventually to like be able to just talk about me completely and not feel restricted. And it's not that I feel restricted, it's just like there's just some things that I don't know how to say because like I feel like it only makes sense because it only makes sense to me because I've lived it, you know? Or the things that I'm living or things that I've seen. But low key I'm sleepy. I think I think I deserve a nap after this episode. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna nap for like 5 minutes maybe. And then see what's up. I don't really have anything woke to say today other than continue chasing your dreams, you know? Like I don't I don't know that I have a message for today or I don't have anything really think I don't really have anything for you to take away from today except for like keep chasing your goals and keep chasing the things you want because it's you who are in control. You know, it's always you. And as much as it may not seem like sometimes like you're in charge of yourself and you're capable of so much and that you're the only person capable to or you're the only person you're the only person capable of making things happen for yourself. So with that being said, man, like chase your dreams, man, and don't stop or don't limit yourself to things just because other people say don't do it or don't listen to other people's opinion who might bring you down and maybe they have a different perspective on you and it's cool to take in that perspective, but it's not cool to shut your dreams down based on their negative view on something maybe you feel passionate and positive about. So don't let other people kill your thunder, man, because honestly, oh my god, I thought I wasn't recording, bro. I was about to be very, very upset. Um, yeah, don't let anybody kill your thunder. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do things just because they think you can't, or just because in their world it doesn't make sense. Like, that's fine. You don't have to explain yourself to people. You don't have to. You don't have to tell people who you are or what you want to do all that much, you know, because you never know the response you're gonna get, and for all you know, you get the response of like, "Oh, like that's not good," or "Oh, that's isn't that risky," or "Isn't this like that," or like, "I heard you don't get paid there," or like blah blah blah. Like regardless of whatever like advice they're trying to give you, and it's not a bad thing. Like maybe like they actually mean it, like with like good intention, like they have like genuine concern for you. But like if it's something you feel that like you know, or it's something you feel that you're good at, or something you feel that you could make happen, make it happen, man. I think that's important that you make things happen for yourself, and know that nobody can stop you, man. Like, and if there's gonna be obstacles, and there's gonna be things that like maybe restrict you from being so free, and maybe restrict you from having a freedom that you can't get like elsewhere. But like, make things happen for yourself. It's like the older you get, like the more independent you become, and the more people expect out of you. So it's like just do you, man. Like don't conform to society standards. Don't conform to things you don't like doing just because like people say it's the right thing to do or people feel like the right thing. Because it's nobody's ever right completely. Nobody has the power over you to like decide what's good for your life or what's not good for your life except for you. And I think that's very powerful. And I think that's one thing you should take away from this. I think that many times people might get pushed. People might get like discouraged or like they might lose interest in a certain thing they feel passionate about just because like somebody gave them the wrong advice or somebody gave them advice but like that advice led to them necessarily feeling kind of bad about what they're doing. So just like listen, man, and take in the perspectives and pay attention to the people who do give you advice, because sometimes it's actually out of good intention and it's out of good like heart, but you can't like completely make the decision based on what other people say. Like, yeah, it's taking what they give you, like 50%, and then 50% you make the decision, you take the action, or you say the things you need to say to make that thing happen for you. Um, I think that there's endless possibilities for you to succeed. It's just a matter of persevering, and when one option doesn't work, try the next, and try the next, try the next, try the next. But keep yourself accountable, and stay like consistent. Consistency is key. I'm noticing that, and I'm happy to know that, again, like my podcast is making people feel good. It's making people relate. It's giving people comfort. It's allowing me to just express myself and think freely for myself and believe anything I want to believe and say whatever I want to say, because it's my show. And it's like, yeah, maybe I might say something that I don't mean, or something that's wrong, but at the end of the day, it's still my show and it's still what I want. So, what is there to complain about, right? Like, if I'm doing my show and like I'm enjoying it, who's to tell me that I'm doing something wrong? And maybe this doesn't blow up. Like, okay, like the podcast doesn't grow up. I at least I get half a year, or however long I do this. Like, if just put it in perspective, like right now, I have half a year of my thoughts, like every other day, recorded, and I can in the future listen back to me, and it's kind of like a letter to my older self every time I record an episode, because like at one point in my life, again, I'm gonna want to relive this, or I want to rehear these, and put things. I guess just like, I don't know. I think that's just a beautiful gift I'm giving myself, like in like the years to come. It's like, imagine when I'm like 60 or 50, 60 or 70, 80. It's like, okay, let's play the Me vs Myself podcast that I have. The audio I have written. I mean, the audio I have kept of me as an 18-year-old. That's powerful, and that's something that's very nice and very, very exclusive to me, because like, how many other people are gonna be able to do that? And like, by all means, if you would like to do it, do it. Make a podcast where you record your thoughts. Okay, like that's up to you. But like, nobody's gonna have that. That I know of. So it's exciting. I'm giving myself the best gift that that I could probably ever give myself, and it's like gonna be something that I appreciate. And for years to come, like if my grandchildren, for example, want to hear what I was thinking, or what I was like when I was 18, or my great grandchildren for that matter, like if they wanted to hear me and hear my thoughts and hear quotes that maybe they'll take for themselves, like in the future. Imagine how cool that is, to know that something I'm recording right now might be played in 100 years to inspire my great grandkid and get him out of something maybe he's experiencing and doesn't know how to deal with, but great grandpa lived through it, documented it, and told me, or gave me an example as to how I could go about my own problems, man. That's so sick. Like, I think that alone is just that's everything to me. Like, that's just so cool to know that one day those days will come where it's like, wow. I guess I'm just setting an example, and I hope it's a good example to those who feel like they need somebody to be there for them. Because I'll be the first to tell you, like, sometimes I feel lonely a lot of the times, actually. Like, I just feel lonely. And I don't really know how to deal with the feeling of, like, needing attention or wanting attention. But day by day, you learn to rely on yourself a little bit more, and you learn to make sure that you're okay, and make sure that everything you want, or things that you want, are, like, getting done, and things that you want for yourself are being worked towards, because, like I said, it's you who makes a difference in your own life the most. So listen to the voice in your head. Listen to the gut feeling you get sometimes. Listen to certain like feelings you get during certain situations. Like, pay attention to everything that goes on around you, and observe, and make sure everything is going according to plan, and everything is going according to the way you want it to be going. So, with that being said, man, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching YouTube. This has been Me versus Myself, episode 34. Thank you so much for your support on the last episode. So, like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you get an audio version. And Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you get a video version on YouTube. And if you want the YouTube channel, it's Jesus Guillen. So just look up Me versus Myself, like first video podcast or something like that. I think that's the title of it. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for paying attention to me. Thank you so much for giving me your time and sharing what was like 21 minutes or 20 minutes of my life and spending, 21 minutes with me and in my own head talking to myself and hearing my thoughts. So I hope I continue to inspire you. I hope I continue to make you want to be a better person. So if that's something I can do, I'm happy to. But again, this has been Me versus Myself, episode 34. This is Jesus Guillen. Goodbye.